this is set up as the most basic magnetic type delay, which is the tape delay. So we'll go into the settings here and we'll see what we've got set up. So the type is magnetic. You can see that there. And there's not a lot going on at the moment in it. To keep it nice and simple, a really great example of the tape delay in the LVX. So we go into structure, and that's standard. Damping is stock, nothing really on there. You can turn it up, look, you can see I got it on 0, it's just stock, nothing there. Mod, a little bit of mod. So the mod on our magnetic, in other words our tape delay, gives us that bit of crinkle and wow, that bit of flutter. And it's not very high at the moment, just 20% or so. Crossfeed, nothing going on. Feedback, 43. Half speed is off. So we've got a right division here as a dotted eighth and a left division as a dotted quarter. The time is 146 BPM. There we go, and that's all that's going on in that delay module. Now if we scroll to the side and look at the other modules, dynamics is off, preamp is off, filter off, pitch off, modulate is off, and there we go, mix is at 34% on that. So I've just got all those modules off just so you can hear how it sounds just with the magnetic delay. All right, I think it sounds pretty good, right? Let's have a little look at how it sounds again. I'm just going to play a couple of really simple things so we can hear those delay notes ring out on the repeats. And I'm going to play with the mod here so we can increase and decrease that wow and flutter that comes with a tape delay. That's just our standard magnetic delay, and it sounds pretty awesome, right? There's lots more we can do to add to that sound as well. So let's go into a couple of these different pages. So we're going to dynamics, that's cool. And I wanted to put a bit of diffusion on that. So we've got diffusion, which just smooths things out a bit. And we're going to look at this low pass filter in a second because it's quite interesting. So density, I'm going to reduce it a bit, and let's just see what difference that's made. All right, it's going to turn it off again. Go into diffusion. Right, so I'm going to reduce the density a bit. Put it in the feedback loop. Sounds great in there. Right, listen to this low pass filter. It really helps to kind of darken up those repeats. Oh, I mean, listen to that. That sounds amazing, right? I'm going to have it about there. So that's on 15,000 hertz there. Really cool. Another one that I wanted to look at, which is also awesome, is the preamp. So I'm going to put a preamp. I'm going to put a tube preamp there. And it just helps warm up those repeats again. Oh yeah, I just think that sounds lovely. Okay, and then another interesting one is the modulate. This is worth looking at because we can put in here a cassette type, which is basically like putting a tape modulation in there. So it's a tape delay in effect, all that crinkle and all that kind of loveliness. And watch this. So if we go into the options here, we've got lows, highs, static, crinkle, slip, and all that kind of stuff that you'd expect to see in a tape delay, right? So let's see what happens if we add some crinkle to that. I'm going to put the feedback up and the mix up so we can just hear it more easily. Wow. Okay, so let's turn that crinkle down, a bit more subtle. Let's go the other way. Okay, cool. Slip. Again, subtle is better in my opinion. But let's just see what it does if I put it right up, just out of interest. Whoa, so cool. Right, let's take it down, let's get a subtle effect on that one. Static, again, you want it pretty subtle because yeah, it does what it says on the tin. In fact, I'm just going to get rid of that. So I don't quite want that on my sound. Okay, the highs and the lows get really interesting because they're like filters again, right? Low and high pass almost. Check this out. So let's play with these highs. So this is a great way to control those lows and highs on our tape delay. Right, and then the lows. Wow. So as you can see, there are so many options in that. There's no way you can't get a really cool sound. Personally, I think it sounds great even without any of these other options in there, just using the magnetic mode with a little bit of mod added. Interesting thing I need to point out actually is that this modulate in this section, the cassette modulation, here. So we're in the modulate module, right? And if I've gone to the type again, there, I'm on cassette, right? This cassette modulation is completely different to the mod here. This mod wheel just controls the standard modulation for your delay type, okay? And the delay type is this one, which at the moment is set to magnetic, which is their tape delay, okay? Obviously we could go to bucket style, bucket brigade, or digital, in which case this mod wheel does something slightly different for each one, okay? So we can have that cassette modulation in that modulate module. That's a lot of mods, isn't it? Right? And still add more control with this one as well. Very cool. Right, there we go. A look at using the LVX for the magnetic, the tape delay. I've seen a lot of people asking about using it as a tape delay because there's a lot of videos out there with the, you know, the really out there sounds, but there's less focusing on the more, what I would class as more everyday usable sounds, like just using a magnetic tape delay or the bucket brigade delays and so on, rather than just all those out there sounds which are kind of more about soundscapes and so on. Okay, so yeah, hope you enjoyed that. Hope that's useful. And if you're looking at getting an LVX, hope that's helped you make a decision on whether or not you think you could use it as your main delay. I do. I think it's incredible because I can use it for all basic delays, but also if I want to get wacky and I want to start getting into that kind of soundscape territory, it can handle that easily as well. Absolutely stellar delay. All right, take care. Have fun.